friends, welcome to series of process modeling and simulation. In this session, we will discuss about how to select the fluid from the available list for the simulation purpose, whatever we want to use. We just create a new simulation. We can rename it as a new. Then once we have created new simulation, first we look the common fluids which are available in this fluid section on the canvas of the simulation, like cooling water, steam, air, and most of the hydrocarbons, glycols, and rest are the materials, common process fluids which are using for the simulation. Those are available here. Okay, like if we have click on the cooling water, we have water modeled as a incompressible liquid. Its type as incompressible liquids, then components, whether it is single component or multi component, it is single component, and it looks like none. Okay, so in this session I would help you to how to create the fluids. Just go on new, then you have to click right and select the create new fluid. Okay, once this uh, icon appears, double right click on the icon, so the template will open. In that we have to feed the data which we are using for the fluid selection. Okay, and in Pro 2 or Aviva or Sventech, you will get the number of components. It's available in its fluid library is like up to 2000 on 2200 approx. So from that we have to select the component. First we go to component browser. We can select the component with the name like methanol. We will get this. Okay, you can select the component. If you don't know the name, you can select it based on its formula as well. H2O. Okay, it's water. You can select the fluid based on the normal boiling point, which is 100 degrees Celsius. You will get the components who's having the boiling points near about 100 degrees Celsius. Okay, so the another search operation options is based on the molecular weight. We can input here the molecular weight and we'll get the data. Okay, so we will select first based on the name. Okay, we have selected methanol. You can add it by just clicking on plus, or you can just simply add it by enter. Okay, in component data or in component list, we will get methanol here. Okay, so in methanol, you have to if it's single components, then its composition is 1. If there are multiple components, there may be composition you have to enter based on the number of components. First, we will select for the single components. Uh, We have selected methanol as a component, then we have to select the method. Which method we are using, like thermodynamic package. So here we can, I have already discussed which thermodynamic packages used or superior for which particular application and based on our requirements. So in most of the chemical industries, we can have NTRL or Ping Robinson as a common thermodynamic package, and for the hydrocarbon industries or petrochemicals, you can go with the Ping Robinson SRK, or I have already discussed the method selection in our earlier series session. Here we are going ahead with the NTRL, then we have to select its phase as we have selected methanol, but whether it is in vapor phase or it's in vapor liquid or liquid phase. For here we have selected liquid only. You can select based on the your fluid properties. Okay, then you can change its icon from here and other data like starting values like 202 kPa, or you can convert it into the bar like initial value is 5 bar, then minimum would be of 1 bar and maximum would be of 10 bar, as most of the equipments designed for 10 or 6 bar gauge, so we can consider based on that. So now we have to select the values, starting values and the limits range from upper or lower range. Normally we select for 35 degrees Celsius, minimum requirement is 10 to 15 degrees Celsius, and max would be below the boiling point as we have considered the single component in liquid phase. So normally I can put it here 50 degrees Celsius, and you can rename its name as methanol from here. So you will get the methanol here. Okay. And once you have selected the fluids, I can just show you how to add the fluids to the requirements. Check here, you will get the process fluid by default selected here. Okay, and here you will get from the library available common fluids. So here we have created new fluids methanol. I have dropped down here and methanol comes. It's here methanol. We have to select the flow basis, molar or mass basis. I have selected mass basis. Then we have to select the phase as we have selected liquid phase during the fluid creation. So I have kept it as same. So I will keep flow and the temperature pressure conditions which we have already inserted during fluid creation. So we have to check the composition as it's single fluid, so we have 100% composition of methanol. Okay, now I have to run the simulations. I have to input the delta P across the control wall. So I'll catch the its CV data. Okay, and I can change add its flow rate here so that you can get CV calculation based on the flow variations like 5000. It goes on increasing. Okay, so in similar way we can change the fluids, like if I would like to change its component, okay, or composition, simply double click on right click on this, we can add component data from the component list. I'll select water here, then again I would like to add hexane. Okay, so now I have to change the composition, it's not 100%. So I'll select 30% water, 40% hexane, and 30% is methanol. So based on that, our fluid property gets changed. Okay, hmm. You can get as you have to check the composition which we have inserted during fluid properties. Now you got the fluid. You can check here fluid methanol with the properties, with the composition. of methanol, water, and hexane. Okay, so in this way you can select the fluids or you can create a new fluids. So for now, I hope you understand how to create a new fluids based on your process parameters. So yeah, yeah. In next session, we will learn about multi-component uh, simulation using the process models like mixture or distillation column. Thank you for now. Bye bye. And if you have, and last thing, if you have any queries, you can drop me a message or comment in comment box, or you can drop me a email on my mail ID mentioned in the channel. Okay, thank you.